Hypothesis, formulation, and purpose. Hello! In this video, I'm going to explain two key topics when conducting research. How to formulate a research question and what an hypothesis is, types, and how to test it. Research question according to the approach. Qualitative, quantitative, and mixed. What is the research question? A research question is what you want to discover or answer in your study. It helps you focus your work and decide what data you need to collect. Qualitative approach. If your research is qualitative, your questions seek to explore a phenomenon, you understand, experience, or describe a situation. This is not about measuring or testing, but rather about understanding independent. For example, how do teenagers experience social media use in their daily lives? This question usually begin with what or how and about why because they don't look for direct cause. Quantitative approach. On the other hand, if you conduct quantitative research, your questions seek to measure, compare, or verify relations between variables. Here you often formulate a hypothesis as well. For example, what is the relation between study time and academic performance? A mixed approach. If you combine the two types, you're using a mixing approach. This means you can have qualitative and quantitative questions in the same study. For example, qualitative, how do students perceive their motivation to study? And quantitative, how many hours do they study per week and have data relate to their grades? Okay, summary. Qualitative question explore, quantitative question measure or compare, and mixed methods combine both for a more comprehensive view. All about the hypothesis under investigation. What is a hypothesis? A hypothesis is an assumption you make when you begin a research project. It's like an idea you didn't make by true and think tests. For example, if students get more sleep, they'll perform better academically. What is the purpose of hypothesis? It helps you have a clear direction, predict possible outcomes, about collection meaningful data, and choose which variables to analyze. Types of hypotheses. There are 5 types. Research hypothesis, relationship between variables. For example, stress affects academic performance. Null hypothesis, there is no relationship. For example, stress does not affect academic performance. Alternative hypothesis, accepted if the null hypothesis is rejected. Directional, shows the direction of the relationship. For example, whether stress may lower performance. And no directional, only states that there is a difference with no direction. For example, there is a difference in performance depending on the level of stress. Questions. Number 1. Where did the hypotheses come from? You can build them from theories, observations, previous studies, personal experience, and comparison or analogies. Number 2. What should a good hypothesis be like? Clear and specific, testable with data, based on prior knowledge, consistent with the study focus. Number 3. Common mistakes when testing hypotheses. Type 1 error. You reject a null hypothesis that was true. Type 2 error. You accept a null hypothesis that was false. There are also one or two tailored tests depending on whether you expect a result in a specific direction or not. Number 4. How is a hypothesis tested? You formulate the hypothesis, you define the significance level. You collect data, you apply a static test, you make a decision, do you reject or accept the hypothesis? Number 5. Difference with other elements of the project. Objective. What you want to achieve. Research question. What you want to know. Hypothesis. What you think will happen. Purpose statement. What you are doing to study. In conclusion, research questions are the starting point of any study. They tell you want to know and set the direction of your work. Hypotheses have you formulate an idea that you will test. They are essential in quantitative research because they allow you to analyze data and draw scientifically based conclusions. Having your question and hypothesis clear from the start will make your research much more solid, organized, and meaningful. Thank you for listening to me.